Welcome back. Adam Bazalgette here in Naples, Florida, two-time PGA Teacher of the Year award winner and founder of Scratch Golf Academy. Today, we're going to talk about how to smash longer drives. Stay tuned. Well, who doesn't want to smash a long drive? I do. You do for sure. Hey, it makes the golf course shorter. It's significant. If you can drive it further, it's meaningful. The golf course is easier to score on. We're going to have a look today at one of several key components and one that's largely overlooked or at least underestimated. See if we can help you with that. If you like this video, just subscribe to the channel. We got lots of content already. Plan to be getting a lot more coming your way. Okay, let's check it out. Well, there's the beautiful 16th hole here at the South Course at Mediterra. This is a fun one to really try to launch one on. Now, there's a lot of factors in hitting long drives, but believe me, solid contact is king. Now, stay tuned for a second. People usually, when they hear something boring coming, they just switch the video off. But I'm telling you, I'm going to show you some interesting things about solid contact and the difference it makes, and especially what the club designer has done to help you. Something pretty neat here, but you can only take advantage of it if you know the physics of it. Very simple, though. Let's have a look close up. So there's the center of my driver, very easy to see. An inch off center low is right about there, and an inch off center, let's say to the toe side, is right about where those little white grooves are. Not that much, but that will cost you, listen to this, 10% of your yardage. So if you hit it 200, you've lost 20 yards, that's 180, just on that, let alone further off center. And as I'll show you here, there's something called the gearing effect, and we're going to explore particularly the bottom and the top of the club because it makes a great deal of difference in distance. Simply put, the gearing effect is one where gears twist in opposite direction. Let me show you the genius of the club design of the driver up close. So there's a close-up of the driver. Now watch this. If I draw a line across the middle part of the club face, you'll notice the bottom of the club has a lot less loft, and similarly, the top of the club has more loft. It's curved away from that center line. Now, why do they do this? Well, the fact is, when you hit the ball below center, it pushes the club face back, and with the gearing effect, that adds backspin to the ball. I'll show you that in more detail in a second here. So they know that if you're going to have more backspin on the ball, at least you should flight the ball lower. And similarly, if you're going to have less backspin on the ball as you would more at the top of the club, you need to flight the ball higher. Higher with less backspin is definitely what we're shooting for. So centered contact is ideal, but if you start to hit it a little below center, you remember we showed you how much less loft is down there? And again, that gearing effect is going to add more backspin. So you get a very low flying shot with a lot of extra backspin, a terrible recipe for distance. If you hit it a little above center line, you'll push the club head back. You've already got more loft there. You'll get a higher ball flight with less backspin. That's the kind of recipe you need to get it up in the air and get it to tumble out and roll a little when it lands. Now, high and low isn't the only way to miss it on the club. Of course, you can miss it toe and heel. That's going to cost you distance the same way. It's going to produce a little different type of tendencies. In fact, we'll deal with that in a separate video on another occasion because it has a lot of effect on direction, and it's important that you get to know to read how you're hitting it off the club face that way. Suffice it to say in brief though, with a driver, you're better off hitting it more to the toe than you are to the heel. At least you'll tend to draw it more and get a little bit more roll. So back to high to low. The thing you've got to do is you've got to get feedback. Get one of those face decals or face spray. Perfect thing is that Dr. Scholl's foot powder. I've mentioned this on videos before. The kind, the chalky white kind you spray in your shoes to dry them out. Just dust it and spray. The next 6, 7, 5, 6, whatever ball prints will be very, very clear to you. It is amazing the natural adjustments your brain will make if it's getting consistent feedback. So use the face spray. Every 7, 8 shots, dust it on the ground or wipe it on the ground and redust it, and you'll be well on your way. A little drill I'd recommend though to help you be consistent with the height you're hitting it off the club head is put a tee in the ground, no golf ball, and if you can make a good robust swing at that tee, clip the tee but not touch the ground. And of course, if you can do that with some consistency, you're probably going to be pretty darn good with high to low. So let's take a little swing at the tee here. Just clip the tee, didn't touch the ground. So I hope you get to know and like the design of your club a little bit more now. Get some spray, master this, and you will have helped your distance off the tee.